Alright everyone, so I'm going to be using this clearing kit that I've kind of compiled in order to explain to somebody who has requested it how to clear your house of negative energies, maybe demonic or negative spirits, and kind of to remove a curse from either one's body or one's family. This is kind of part one. These are very simple implements and prayers and methods. I'll probably make a part two. But I wanted to explain how we can, basically start off with the basics. Now, right here is California white sage, and I would highly suggest that you light this and run it along all of your limbs, the full length. You don't have to touch your body, but just get it, a few inches off of your body, run it along your limbs, along your torso, around your head, and that'll kind of clear any basic negative energy that's attached to you in kind of a smoke form. If a demon is attached to you, it's not going to get rid of it, but any kind of residual negative energy will kind of be cleaned by this white sage. And this is a white sage smudge stick. This is what it looks like before you use it. Let's move on to the right. Now, what we have here is Himalayan pink salt. You can use sea salt, as most people use. I actually really like Himalayan pink salt. I grind that up in a mortar and pestle, but you don't have to use a mortar and pestle. You can grind it up in a variety of ways. But once I grind it up real good, kind of the consistency of regular salt, I spread that along door frames by sprinkling it along windowsills and sometimes under beds, and just kind of throw it around rooms a little bit. You don't have to use a lot, just a little bit. And while I do this, I say Hekos, Hekos, este bebeloi, which means away, away, all ye profane. And I keep on reciting that as I'm sprinkling that on door frames, window seals, kind of throwing it around rooms or tossing it under beds. If you want to protect yourself, from nightmares that you think are influenced by negative spirits, put a dish of black salt underneath your bed. But anyway, moving on. When you're moving around your house, maybe spreading this pink salt that you ground up, or any kind of sea salt, you might want to carry a piece of quartz. I find that anything that I'm doing, if I'm directing my will into, basically casting out any negative energy, carrying this piece of quartz or a piece of quartz in your other hand while you're sprinkling the salt will amplify your efforts, will enhance your will, and direct anything you're trying to do, magnifying it. And what you should try to direct through the quartz is the love that you have for your family and yourself and the space that you basically exist in. You should kind of imagine that your heart is this beating white light that is directing into this quartz and into your efforts to cleanse your home of any negative spirits, any negative, demons or any beings that you don't want there. Imagine that light coming from your heart through your arm and into this quartz, and kind of cast the light about. Breathe evenly, be very focused, don't think about anything else, and cast the light about. You can do that while you're scattering the salt, or without scattering the salt. Now, what I'd like to do as well is, right now I have a mixture in this vial of myrrh, sandalwood, and rue. These are 3 very cleansing oils, and I've basically combined them at the spiritual shop that I go to into this one, I think it's 16 dram vial. But anyway, you can use myrrh, sandalwood, rue, frankincense oil, rose water, what have you. But if you want to kind of make different candles to spread around your home to kind of light and not worry about too much, use tea light candles. They will not boil over, they will not leave any marks, and you kind of rub that oil, and whatever oil you choose, whatever oil you're most attracted to, around the rim. Then you stick it in kind of a corner or in a center of a room, and you light it and let it burn. That will send out kind of a cleansing vibration. If you're into incense, if you want to use incense, Divine Temple by Satya and Nag Champa by Satya are very good for just kind of general positive atmosphere. Of course, I burn this hymn frankincense incense like nobody's business. I burn it quite a bit, a large majority of it. And I burn it because it increases positive vibration no matter what I'm doing. And if you burn that in one or two rooms of your house, it'll kind of spread to other rooms if it's a very open space. And it'll kind of increase the positive vibration in your house. And this is, of course, an incense burner. Now, moving on. A couple of prayers that I would suggest to anybody who's Christian are, I've kind of marked them in this. Now, this is, Catholic books of prayer are very extensive as far as the amount of prayers are in them, because they talk about saints, talk about angels, and they know the prayers for all of them. It's very kind of categorical. And they've been collected for a long time. The Catholic Church is the oldest part of Christianity, of course. But without getting into that, look for a Catholic book of prayers. And, why would you look up to an angel or a saint instead of just God directly? Well, angels and saints are very close to this plane of existence, in my opinion. And they're much easier to kind of contact than just looking up to even, Jesus or God. Because when you get right down to it, there's a lot of intermediaries in between. I'm trying to do this one with one hand. I'm not succeeding very well. Okay. Now, one prayer I would recommend besides the Lord's Prayer is prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in the day of battle. Be our safeguard against the wiles and wickedness of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the other evil spirits who prowl through the world, seeking the ruin of souls. And if you want to contact your, prayer to one's guardian angel, I'll let you see that there. There. And I'll say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And deliver us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. It's been a while since I said that. It's been a while since I've been in church. But I think I got it right. Anyway, if you look up the Lord's Prayer, you'll find it. But at any rate, Catholic Book of Prayers, you can find all kinds of specific prayers that will aid you in your endeavor if you're Christian. And as you're moving around your house, you can say these prayers, any prayer that you find you're attracted to. And while you're either casting about the salt or burning the sage, spreading the sage out, and every room is also useful. Kind of making sure to get the corners with the sage. Corners of rooms and centers of rooms. Always get every corner with the sage. That is the most useful. And if you do that for every room will most likely be cleansed of basic negative energy. But regardless, I hope that these basic methods of clearing negative energy through your house and off of yourself and your family have been interesting and useful, and I hope that the person who requested this finds them useful. Thank you all very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, shoot them down in the comment section below. If you disagree with me, if you think this won't work or you think it will work, let me know, and I will see all of you in the future. Thank you very much, and y'all have a great day.